All right, so you're getting ready for a mine, health, and safety engineer interview.
Exciting stuff.
We're going to do a deep dive into some questions that they love to ask, pulling insights from a career guide. We even have some tips and tricks from RoleCatcher's AI.
Yeah.
Think of us as your, interview prep squad.
Exactly. We're here to help you understand what those interviewers are looking for.
Yeah.
Beyond just giving the right answers.
Right.
It's about the whole package.
Okay, so let's start with this first question that comes from the interview guide.
Okay.
It's that classic, what inspired you to pursue a career in mine health and safety engineering?
Yeah, it seems simple, but it's really your chance to shine.
Yeah.
It's your time to show that you're not just clocking in,
Right.
that you're really driven by, something deeper.
Like, what's your why?
Exactly, the why behind your journey.
Mm-hmm.
Interviewers want to see that genuine passion, that spark that makes you tick.
Right.
So think back, what drew you to this field in the first place?
Was there a specific event, maybe a mentor, or even a personal connection that sparked that interest?
Yeah, because, this career guide intro talks about creating those safe and healthy work environments. It's not just about regulations,
No.
It's about protecting lives.
Exactly.
And speaking of motivation, the guide mentions good salaries, high demand, in the pros and cons section.
For sure.
I'm guessing there's more to it for you, though, right?
Definitely. I mean, those are definitely perks.
Yeah.
But the core of this role is really a commitment to the well-being of others. Interviewers want to see that you're genuinely driven to prevent accidents, to make a positive impact.
So when you're answering this question, don't just, list reasons.
Yeah.
Share a story. Share a moment that, ignited your passion for safety.
A story is so powerful.
Yeah. Maybe it was witnessing a near miss or learning about a mining accident that could have been prevented. Exactly. It's those personal touches that make your answer memorable. It shows that you're not just reciting what you think they want to hear.
Right.
It's coming from the heart.
Now, for question 2.
Okay.
What are some of the key challenges you've encountered while working in the mining industry? This one calls for real-world examples, right?
Absolutely. Be specific.
Okay.
Don't just say, working in hazardous environments.
Right.
Think about a time you faced a real hazard.
Okay.
Maybe a piece of equipment malfunction. Or you had to deal with challenging terrain. How did you handle it? What steps did you take to mitigate that risk?
Yeah, because the Career Guide's work environment section talks about some tough realities.
Yeah.
Exposure to harmful materials, physical demands.
For sure.
And the need to interact with all kinds of people from miners to management.
Right. It's not a desk job.
No, it's not.
That's for sure.
And that's what interviewers want to hear, right?
Yeah, they want to see how you've navigated those challenges and how you've come out stronger.
Right.
They're looking for those problem-solving skills, resilience, and the ability to stay calm under pressure.
So when you're prepping for this question, think about a situation that really tested you. What did you learn from it? How did it shape your approach to safety?
And don't be afraid to be honest about the difficulties. It shows self-awareness and a willingness to learn from your experiences, which is a valuable trait in any role.
Okay, moving on to question 3.
All right.
How do you stay up to date with the latest developments and trends in mine health and safety engineering? This field's constantly evolving.
Right.
So continuous learning is key.
Absolutely. Imagine you walk into an interview and they ask about a new regulation or technology and you're clueless.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Definitely not.
So how do we avoid that awkward silence?
Yeah. This career guide suggests, subscribing to industry publications, attending conferences, keeping tabs on new regulations.
Yeah.
Are there any specific resources you'd recommend?
There are some great organizations out there.
Okay.
Like the Society for Mining Metallurgy and Exploration or the National Mining Association.
Okay, so name-dropping those could earn some bonus points.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's not just about knowing the latest buzzwords.
Right.
Interviewers want to see that you're genuinely curious and committed to staying ahead of the curve.
Yeah. So maybe mention a recent development that caught your eye and why it resonated with you.
Right.
It could be a new safety technology, a groundbreaking research study, or even a shift in industry best practices.
Now, question 4 takes us into training territory.
Okay.
How do you ensure that mine workers are trained and equipped to work safely in hazardous environments? This is where you get to showcase your expertise in creating a safety-first culture.
Right. It's not just about delivering information. It's about making sure it sticks.
Right.
This career guide highlights education and training as a core ability for this role,
Okay.
emphasizing teaching methods and measuring training effectiveness.
Okay.
So think about, how you've designed and implemented training programs in the past.
Okay.
What made them successful?
Right. And it's not one size fits all, right?
Yeah.
You'll be working with people from all walks of life with varying levels of experience.
Yeah. How do you tailor your approach to meet their needs?
Right.
That's where understanding different learning styles comes in.
Okay.
Some people learn best by doing, others by listening or watching. Did you incorporate hands-on demonstrations, interactive simulations, or even virtual reality training
Right.
to make it more engaging?
And don't forget about evaluating the effectiveness of your training.
Yeah.
Did you use quizzes, observations, or even feedback surveys to see if it was actually making a difference?
Those details demonstrate that you're not just going through the motions, you're actively assessing and improving your training methods.
You know how much I love tech that makes life easier.
Oh, yeah, me too.
And when it comes to interview prep, RoleCatcher is a game changer.
It really is. Their AI can analyze those tricky job descriptions and help you tailor your resume and cover letter to highlight the exact skills employers are looking for.
It's like having a personal career coach, but without the hefty price tag.
Exactly.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground in this first part.
Yeah, we have.
We tackled some common interview questions, explored career insights from this helpful guide, and even touched upon how RoleCatcher's AI can give you that extra edge.
Yeah, it's a powerful tool.
But we're just getting started.
Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll delve deeper into more challenging questions and discuss strategies for showcasing your unique strengths.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, see you then. Welcome back to our Mine Health and Safety Engineer interview prep deep dive.
All right, let's jump right back in.
Okay, so let's tackle a question that really gets to the heart of safety culture.
Okay.
How do you ensure that all safety regulations and guidelines are adhered to in the workplace?
Oh, this is a big one.
It is.
It's not just about knowing the rules.
Right.
It's about creating that environment where everyone's taking safety seriously.
Exactly. Actions speak louder than words. Interviewers want to see that you can walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
Right.
Think about a time when you had to enforce those safety protocols, even when it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Maybe you had to deal with resistance from workers, or you had to find like a creative solution to a really tricky situation.
Right. And because this career guide mentions that you'll be interacting with everyone, from employees to regulatory agencies.
All sorts of folks.
So how do you tailor your approach to make sure everybody's on the same page?
It's all about clear communication. And building those relationships, you need to be able to explain complex regulations in a way that everyone understands, and also be approachable, so people feel comfortable coming to you with their concerns.
Now, this might be a good time to mention those relevant certifications, like CMSP or MSHA certification that the career guide highlights.
Those are important.
It shows you've got the credentials to back up your expertise.
It adds credibility for sure.
Yeah.
But beyond that, it's about embodying that commitment to safety and inspiring others to do the same. Lead by example.
Okay.
And others will follow.
So let's talk about communication.
Right.
Question 6 asks, how do you communicate safety risks and hazards to management and workers? This is a crucial skill, especially in a high-risk environment like a mine.
It is. And it's about more than just like sending out emails or posting signs. You need to be able to tailor your message to your audience. Okay.
You wouldn't explain a risk to a seasoned miner the same way you would to a new hire or an office administrator.
So how do you make sure that your message is resonating regardless of who you're talking to?
Think back to a time when you had to communicate a critical safety message.
Okay.
Maybe you use storytelling to make it more relatable, or data to back up your points. Did you use visuals or hands-on demonstrations to drive that message home?
Those are great examples. And effective communication is a two-way street, right?
Absolutely.
It's not just about talking. It's about listening.
Yeah.
Make sure you create a space where people feel comfortable raising their concerns, asking questions.
That open dialogue is essential for building a strong safety culture.
All right, let's move on to question 7.
Okay.
How do you manage competing priorities when addressing health and safety issues? This is where things get real.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
You're juggling inspections, training incident investigations. Yeah. And the career guide warns about that high level of responsibility in their pros and cons section.
Right.
You'll need to be organized and decisive, especially when those urgent situations pop up.
Right.
Think about a time when you had multiple safety concerns to address at once.
Okay.
How did you prioritize? What steps did you take to manage your workload and make sure that nothing fell through the cracks?
Did you have to delegate tasks, seek support from colleagues,
Yeah.
or make some tough calls about what to tackle first?
Those are all great examples.
Yeah.
And remember, it's okay to acknowledge that you can't do everything yourself.
Right.
It shows that you understand the importance of teamwork and collaboration.
Speaking of teamwork, let's tackle question 8. How do you ensure that safety culture is embedded within the organization? This is where your leadership skills come into play.
For sure.
It's not just about enforcing the rules, it's about creating that mindset where everybody feels responsible for safety.
Exactly. It's about moving from that reactive approach where people are only following rules out of fear
Right.
to a more proactive approach
Okay.
where safety is everyone's shared responsibility.
So think about how you fostered that safety-first mindset in the past. Did you lead by example?
Yeah.
Did you develop incentive programs or organize safety campaigns to keep people engaged?
What about empowering employees to speak up when they see something unsafe? Did you create a system for reporting near misses or hazards?
Those are all great examples.
It's all about creating that sense of ownership when everyone feels like they're part of the solution.
Right.
That's when you know you've truly embedded a strong safety culture.
Now, question 9 is all about data.
Okay.
How do you measure the effectiveness of safety programs and initiatives? This is where you can showcase those analytical skills.
Remember those core abilities mentioned in the career guide, critical thinking and monitoring?
Right.
This is where they come in. Right. Don't just implement programs and hope for the best. Track your progress.
Okay.
Analyze the data and make adjustments as needed.
So what kind of metrics have you used in the past? Did you look at incident rates, near-miss reports, employee feedback surveys?
Those are all good examples.
Okay.
Did you use those data points to identify trends, pinpoint areas for improvement, or even justify the need for additional resources?
Right. Yeah.
Quantifiable results are key here.
You know, it's amazing how technology can streamline even the most complex tasks.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And speaking of streamlining, let's circle back to RoleCatcher.
Okay.
Their AI features can be a huge asset in your interview prep,
Absolutely.
especially when it comes to crafting those compelling answers.
Remember that interviews feature we talked about earlier? It gives you access to a massive library of potential interview questions,
Okay.
categorized by industry and job role. This way you can familiarize yourself with the types of questions you might encounter and start brainstorming your answers.
But it gets even better.
It does.
RoleCatcher's Prepare with AI interview practice feature
Yes.
lets you practice your answers and get personalized feedback.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You record yourself responding to questions, and their AI analyzes your delivery, your content, even your body language.
And the feedback is incredibly specific.
Oh, wow.
It helps you identify areas where you can improve your clarity, conciseness,
Okay.
and overall impact. It even suggests like alternative phrasing
Oh,
or ways to structure your answers more effectively.
That's amazing. So even if you're feeling nervous or unsure about your interview skills,
Yeah.
RoleCatcher's AI can help you build that confidence and walk into that interview feeling prepared and empowered.
Now, before we wrap up this part,
Okay.
let's take a moment to reflect. We've covered a lot of ground,
Yeah, we have.
from enforcing regulations to measuring program effectiveness as you prepare for your interview.
Yeah.
Think about your own experiences and how they align with those key themes that we've discussed.
Right.
What unique skills and accomplishments can you share that demonstrate your passion for safety, your problem-solving abilities, and your commitment to making a real difference in this field.
Okay.
Stay tuned for that final part, where we'll explore some strategies for showcasing those strengths
Okay.
and making a lasting impression on those interviewers.
All right. Welcome back
To the final part
of our deep dive.
into my health and safety engineer interview prep.
Yes, we have covered a lot of ground.
We have, from tackling those tough questions to polishing our interview style.
Right.
We've armed you with the insights and the strategies you need to succeed.
Now let's shift gears a little bit. Talk about those final touches that can really make you shine.
Absolutely. You've prepped for those technical questions. You've showcased your experience.
Right.
Now it's time to nail the finer points of the interview game.
So first impressions matter, right?
Oh, they do?
What are some things that we can do to start strong?
Punctuality is key.
Okay.
Arriving on time or even a few minutes early shows that you're reliable and respectful of their time.
Makes sense.
And while a mineshaft might not be a suit and tie environment, dress professionally for the interview,
Okay.
it shows that you're taking this opportunity seriously.
Dress to impress.
Exactly.
Now, once we're in the hot seat, how do we make sure we're engaging and memorable?
Eye contact is crucial.
Okay.
It shows you're confident and interested in what they have to say, and maintain that positive, enthusiastic attitude,
Yeah.
even if your nerves are doing backflips on the inside.
Right. Because enthusiasm is contagious.
It is.
It shows that you're genuinely excited about the opportunity. What about body language?
Body language is huge.
Okay. Any tips?
Good posture conveys confidence and attentiveness.
Okay.
Lean in slightly to show you're engaged.
Okay.
And don't forget to smile.
Yeah.
It makes you more approachable and likable.
So I'm picturing myself sitting up straight, leaning in, big smile, making eye contact.
You got it.
Check, check, check.
There you go.
Now, we know it's important to have questions prepared for the interviewers.
Yeah, you want to have some good ones.
But what kind of questions should we be asking?
Asking thoughtful questions shows your curiosity and initiative. Don't just focus on salary or benefits.
Right.
Dig deeper.
Yeah.
Ask about the company's safety culture, their commitment to training, or even specific projects that you might be working on.
So show them you've done your research.
Exactly.
That you're not just looking for any job. You're looking for the right job.
The perfect fit.
Now, as we wrap up the interview, is there anything we can do to really seal the deal?
This is your chance to reiterate your enthusiasm for the role.
Okay.
And summarize your key qualifications. Briefly remind them of your relevant experience, your passion for safety, and why you're the perfect fit for their team.
And, of course, thank them for their time.
Yes, always.
Express your interest in hearing back from them. Maybe even follow up with a thank you note.
Oh, a thoughtful thank you note never hurts.
Right. To reinforce your enthusiasm.
It shows you're appreciative of the opportunity and keeps you top of mind.
Okay. We have covered so much in this deep dive.
It's been a journey.
From unpacking those tough interview questions to, really polishing our interview style.
Absolutely.
We've given you the tools you need.
We hope so.
To succeed.
Remember, confidence comes from preparation.
Mm-hmm.
Practice those answers.
Yeah.
Research the company.
Okay.
And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
Let them see that passionate, dedicated mine health and safety engineer you are.
That's it.
We're cheering you on every step of the way.
Best of luck with your interview. You got this.